Okay, so this is Adam, or a guy with cow on head, and here I am with the next video that I'm doing. Basically, I wish that I could do videos as often as I want to, but there might be issues of different sorts due to this laptop I was using. Thus, any video I made could appear out of order, and there might be continuity errors in whatever I mentioned. For instance, it was 2 Fridays ago when I was all ready to post the Moonlight review on the first episode. So I was on this laptop, and I was just waiting for the review to post. And waiting, I wasn't really sure if the video thing was accurate because it just kept saying the same thing, and then it jumped to a third of the way done and then 2/3 of the way done, but I didn't know if I should time it or not. And basically, at one point when it said there was less than an hour left on the upload and it had been uploading for a good long time, I basically take a break from it for half an hour and figure it'll just upload when I'm done with it. Only there was an issue, because when I came back to it, it was doing updates, because the laptop had to be a facehead, and I'm pretty sure without even asking me, it's just like, hey, let's do all these updates. And it's like, I didn't tell you could do updates. No, it just does the updates all on its own. And so, when the updates are done, I noticed, it had closed out of everything. It reset the computer. So I go back hoping, okay, they probably didn't save any of the progress of the upload, but I just want to make sure, and no, it didn't. So I just wasted all this time, and I was so irritated and frustrated that this laptop I have to use, or I guess not have to, but let's face it, I don't know what else I could use, had to be such a facehead, so irritating. I was really annoyed by it, because I spent all this time, maybe 2 hours at least, I didn't actually time it, but just trying to upload one single video, and then it just had to do these stupid updates. And apparently, with the updates, it would only do it on times they figure I wouldn't be using the laptop but would still have it on. Because maybe it's just me, but I normally don't use a laptop, or I don't leave a laptop on if I'm not using it. So to think, I don't know what could have done. I mean, maybe if I had just stayed here and not gone elsewhere, I could have been able to stop the updates from happening instead of it just automatically closing out of everything and restarting the computer. I've had issues with updates on this laptop before, because once it just needed to do updates. I didn't know how long it would be, so it's like, okay, I'll go to work, and it probably wouldn't take too long. I'll just be leaving it plugged in for a while with the updates done. But after work, and work took maybe several hours to do at least, I want to say 5, because I was gone for a long time, and when I came back, it was still updating through a long thing. It was so weird. I'm so angry I'm losing this cow. But the point is, this laptop was glitchy, and it took several hours to do long updates where it kept saying, okay, this is the progress, and then it's later, but then it's another process again, and there were like maybe at least 3 times. It's like, okay, we're loading this, doing this, but now we're doing something else. And it's hard to keep track. It's so glitchy. I mean, I want to use it without it having to be plugged in, but if it's not plugged in, it just goes black, and then you have to plug it in for it to be used. And this isn't even after a long amount of time. There's no problems with the battery life. It just goes black immediately, and like less than 5 minutes of using it. I don't know why it's so glitchy or why it has to be such a face head, but hopefully there aren't any further issues with it, and if there are, then I'm sorry. You'll just have to bear with me for whatever problems this laptop might have in bringing you the YouTube content that I'm giving you. Now, hopefully I can have time to review the new Charm show in the future. I've already written what I'll say in the reviews. Well, not all of it, but just the notes I took while watching the first 2 episodes. And sorry if I get really behind on them. And sorry if this laptop is too glitchy and is such a face head. So disappointing even. To just have a video ready, it's at least 2/3 ready, less than an hour left, and suddenly it updated. And I don't know why it couldn't just be like waiting a while, or why I just had to do it all on its own and just close out of everything I was doing. And hopefully it won't have any problems, because for some reason it had one of my emails pinned to it and kept bringing up emails that were new, and it's like, I want to check this on my own time. I never pinned it to the taskbar. I don't want to deal with it right now, but so that's the story of this irritating laptop, and I don't know how long I'll be using it. It's just the only thing I can use for a YouTube channel right now. So if there's long stretches of time without content, then that'll be the reason why. So please bear with me. I'm very new to doing YouTube stuff, and hopefully I can have a laptop that can, actually cooperate and work